my god, if you think February was busy, March and April are about to bury us in BL goodness. We're talking fresh drops starting today with that wild Japanese brother-in-law fangirl setup, Perth and Santa finally leading their own series, a KBL reunion, ghost hunting, meteor wish magic, and some steamy Office adaptations in April that might just melt your screen, plus more. You don't want to miss which ones are actually worth the hype, so stay here. I'm breaking it all down, chronological, with the tea on trailers, vibes, and what I'm personally obsessed with. Hey, I'm Blush, your resident BL stan. If you're new here, this is where we geek out over upcoming releases, trailers, cast tea, and all the little moments that make us scream at our screens. If you're already part of the chaos, you know the drill, grab your snacks, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe button real quick so you don't miss the next roundup when these actually start dropping. It takes 2 seconds and it means I can keep bringing you this every month without the algorithm burying us. Thanks in advance, it means the world. And if you're like me and spend half of your life yelling at your screen because some platform says not available in your region for the 50th time, NordVPN is basically my emotional support app at this point. One click, I'm suddenly in Japan or Thailand, or recently I had to go to the UK to see this entire GMMTV playlist on YouTube. Not sponsored, just me being dramatic as usual. I pay for it myself, but I do have a link if you're thinking of getting it anyway. I'll pin it in the comments below. First, I'll mention today, February 28th, there's a Japanese BL that came out called My Brother-in-Law is My Favorite Novelist. Our lead, a novelist, Kai, who's, let's be real, romantically clueless, zero dating history, never even close, but his editor hits him with this curveball. Next project is a BL novel. Write about love between guys when you've never felt anything like it? Yeah, good luck with that. He's stuck, staring at blank pages, trying to figure out what love even means on paper. Then boom, his younger brother-in-law, Kairi, shows up out of nowhere, moves in and crashes into his quiet routine like he owns the place. Kairi's sharp, mischievous, talks like he's seen it all when it comes to romance. Total opposite of Kai. He teases, he pokes, he throws Kai completely off balance. But here's the kicker. Kairi is a huge fan of this one particular novelist. Obsessed, really. He doesn't know at first, but eventually he figures out that the author he's been fangirling over is Kai, his own brother-in-law. The guy he's living with, messing with, and maybe starting to feel something for? Yeah, that reveal is going to flip everything. Admiration crashes into real life, secrets spill, and suddenly the research for the novel isn't just research anymore. They are on the shorter side and episodes drop every Saturday on Nuto's YouTube channel. Jumping to March 2nd, this one's got heart. Love Like a Bike starts airing on Netflix worldwide. The story follows 3 young men from completely different backgrounds and nationalities who were adopted and raised together as brothers. Not related by blood, but they love each other like they are. The eldest, Nob Noeng, is a psychiatrist and the quiet backbone of the family. Warm, dependable, always supporting everyone, especially Salem. But Salem lives with a condition that makes intimacy complicated. He physically can't allow men to touch him, which makes love difficult. Then there's Tawan, former airline captain turned barista. Easygoing on the surface, but he's kept himself single for years, until one impulsive night with a stranger changes everything. And finally, Sky, once disciplined and idealistic, now completely delusional after a painful heartbreak. He doesn't believe in love anymore. Charming, magnetic, gives people exactly what they want, as long as it never involves his heart. 3 brothers, 3 completely different beliefs about love, and 3 emotional journeys about to collide. Feels like family, healing, and romance all wrapped in bikes and beachy vibes. If multi-pair series with real depth are your thing, check this out. March 4th, Forever You Part 2 kicks off with the Daotic and Artith arc. I cannot say his name. Artith. Now, if you don't remember, Forever You has spun into this whole franchise now. Multiple arcs, special episodes in the same world. This one is supernatural tinged, but grounded. Daotuk is this quiet, artistic guy with a gift. He can see spirits, talk to them. Not something he advertises, just part of him. Comfort or weight depending on the day. Anyways, he moves into a cheap, quiet condo for painting and peace, except it's haunted. Multiple ghosts lingering. Most people bail fast. Next door is Artith. Intense. a doctor, or training to be, because his mom passed away, left this hole, and now he's stuck grieving. Her soul never moved on. Convinced if he searches hard enough, he can find her, guide her. He hears about Dao Talk's ability and knocks on his door. Help me find my mom. No room for no. Dao Talk wants none of this at first. He's not a ghost hunter, he just wants peace. But Artit's persistent, desperate, and slowly they end up chasing leads together, talking to spirits and piecing together what happened. The more they dig into the dead, the more their own lives shift. Quiet moments between hunts, late nights, shared silences, accidental touches build into something alive. Neither expected it. Again, March 4th on WeTV. I was getting a little worried about our Korean BLs, but turns out this is actually a big month for Korean BLs, more so industry-wise. The first one revolves around this series on March 5th. Everyone's imagined it at least once. What if you could go back? Jung Hae-sung is now a successful, well-known painter. When his friend Taejun invites him back to Songjin High School to receive a special lecture, he agrees without thinking much about it. But during a quiet moment, he wanders into an old art room and finds his high school sketchbook. Inside is a drawing of his first love, Lee Yoo-jin, vulnerable, half undressed, frozen in time. On impulse, Hae-sung picks up a brush and redraws him, and the moment he finishes, the world shifts. He's suddenly back in 2008, back in high school, face to face with Yoo-jin again. This time, Hae-sung is determined not to make the same mistakes. He tries to keep his distance, but Yoo-jin doesn't make it easy. He's bold, persistent, and slowly, Hae-sung's defenses begin to crumble. Their 18 begins again, and the question is, can they rewrite their fate this time? Okay, so that's a synopsis, but does anything look familiar? These two, Woo Jin-han and Shin Jung-yu, are the leads from A Breeze of Love we got back in 2023. I feel like we haven't really seen this happen in Korea, maybe once or twice, like actually bringing a pairing back again instead of constantly reshuffling. Maybe we could start to lean a little more into fixed pairings. I know, some people don't love the fixed ships. If anything, it does signal confidence in the genre. And whoever manages to really lock that in with KBL, they're going to cement themselves as pillars of Korean BL. And honestly, I still feel like that spot is open. Anyone want to apply? Anyways, I have more news on Korean BL in a bit, but let's move on to the next series we're getting because I like chronological order. If you love Japanese BL, When It Rains It Pours earlier last year, well, that director is back with a new series for us this month. This one follows Kanata, the popular guy, always surrounded by people, always smiling, but emotionally he's completely guarded. And then there's Akira, top student, quiet, keeps to himself, the kind of guy people respect but don't really know. You see the contrast? They go to the same school, and at first they don't really even know each other's names, just faces. Passing glances in the hallway, until one day they both end up on the stair landing that leads to the rooftop. That quiet little in-between space where the noise of the school fades out, aka the bread and butter of all Asian romance ever. They start talking. Not about surface level things, stuff they don't tell anyone else. Two complete opposites finding comfort in the one place they feel understood. Definitely sounds like the same director to me. I can't wait. Catch this one probably on Gago Lala, March 13th. I know y'all were squealing when this trailer dropped. Perth Santa finally with their own series. Love You Teacher, that was announced during the 2025 lineup event, is finally here. I know it feels like we've already seen them in so many things, always together, so how is this their first series? Pobmek is an elementary school teacher who ironically doesn't even like kids. He finds them exhausting, overwhelming, just not his thing. But his boyfriend Solar loves them completely, naturally, effortlessly, and Pobmek loves Solar enough to tolerate the chaos of classrooms and sticky hands just to be near him. Their relationship is steady, sweet, comfortable, until everything changes. Solar gets into a serious accident and the brain injury leaves him with moments where he mentally regresses back to being 7 years old. In those moments he becomes Nong-Solar, childlike, vulnerable, needing care, and suddenly Pobmek isn't just a boyfriend, he's a caretaker. He brings Solar home and now there's no break from what he's always struggled with. The noise, the energy, the childlike needs, except this time, it's the person he loves. It's a story about patience, about frustration, about tenderness, about learning to nurture something you never thought you could. Y'all, for something that sounds pretty serious and heavy, the trailer had me bursting at the seams. It is so funny. I think this will do a great job of being incredibly emotional and hilarious at the same time. Catch this one on March 14th. I believe it should be on YouTube for most international viewers. Okay, back to South Korea. WeTV comes at us with their first South Korean BL, Never Forget Your Enemy. Oh, I just know this is gonna be good. I have yet to not like a WeTV production. Like, they know what they're doing. And I mean, they are the biggest media conglomerate in China, so I think that helps. So this one starts with a 28-year-old man, Ki Ha-nol, waking up after a sudden accident and realizing he's lost the last 10 years of his life. 10 whole years. The first person he sees when he opens his eyes is Yo Se-byuk, his old high school rival, the one person he used to hate, the one he never wanted anything to do with. Except now, Se-byuk is by his bedside, taking care of him, and he tells Ha-nol something that makes everything even more confusing. They're lovers. Ha-nol does not remember any of it, not the relationship, not the change, not how his biggest enemy is apparently the person closest to him. As he tries to piece together the missing decade, fragments of their past start resurfacing, and it's not pretty. Years ago, something violent happened between them. One of them broke the other's leg, it led to juvenile detention, and it tore them apart. And yet now they're here, reunited, bound together by something Ha-nol can't remember, but somehow still feels. It's enemies to lovers taken to an extreme, and whether you can fall for someone again when you don't even remember why you did the first time. Y'all, this could have been Sky Nani if High School Frenemy went all the way. This could still be season 2 of High School Frenemy. Anyways, catch this on WeTV. Taiwan enters the chat sometime in March with a legend of a director back once again. This guy brought us the classics We Best Love, My Tooth Your Love, and more recently, Unknown. His new series is called Wishing Upon a Shooting Star, or Wishing Upon the Shooting Stars, depending on who's translating it. Our main guy is Tianyang. He's this quiet, kind of low-confidence office worker who just got laid off. Packs up, heads back to his small island hometown, feeling like a total failure. Embarrassed, ashamed, the whole thing. One night during a meteor shower, he's out there feeling sorry for himself, and he makes this desperate little wish on a shooting star. Please just let no one recognize me. Let me disappear for a bit. And it actually happens, sort of. The wish twists in this weird magical way. His own dad doesn't even know who he is, mistakes him for some total stranger and literally kicks him out. Can you imagine coming home broken and your family doesn't even clock it's you? But then he stumbles into this local B&B, and working there is Hawei, his high school crush. The one that got away, or maybe never quite started? Suddenly they're reconnecting, except everything's off because of this whole forgotten identity thing. There is this sunny, refreshing energy from Hawei. He's like the total opposite of Tianyang's current mood, and they start spending time together under those island skies with the meteors still streaking overhead. Tianyang has to face why he ran away to the city in the first place, why he's so hard on himself, and Hawei, well, he's got his own stuff. Maybe some unspoken feelings from back then too. There's a secondary pairing somewhere in here, some father-son stuff sneaks in, and it's a whole overhaul of this guy's life basically. I suspect this one will either be on Gago Lala or Vicky whenever the date is dropped. Okay, let's rapid fire through what we know for April so far. Mainly, some big animes and donghwas are being adapted, and we need to talk. First up, Unexpected Naughty Fukami on April 3rd. This just got an anime last year, and now a live action is coming to us. I watched it. It's safe to say it is very steamy, spicy office romance. I mean, look at this. Kaji's a total narcissist, good looking, popular at the office, thinks he's way above everyone. He meets Fukami, this plain, unassuming IT guy, and immediately writes him off like, nah, not even if we were the last two people alive. Classic setup, right? Then they end up on an overnight business trip together. Kaji accidentally catches Fukami coming out of the shower. Glasses off, hair down, suddenly revealing this unexpectedly hot, cute side, and boom, his whole I'm too perfect for you worldview cracks. What starts as pure denial turns into this stubborn, heated attraction. Fukami's not just frumpy on the outside, he's got layers, and Kaji can't look away anymore. If you're into workplace BL with a side of I shouldn't want this, but I do, this one's probably going to deliver quick, fun episodes, dropping super soon, April 6th, and I wonder if it'll lean as spicy as the anime did, but the international streaming platform is to still be announced. Next, Link Click. April 11th is a Japanese live-action adaptation of the Chinese donghua, which is a Fuji TV co-production with Bilibili. 10 episodes, Saturdays. Now, it is more of a strong brotherhood than flat-out BL. I don't know, sometimes the devotion and complex relationship layers these bromance-type series have really surprise me. These two are shipped hard. So I thought I'd let you guys know that it's coming out and let me know if you've watched the donghua. Chang Zhaoxi and Lu Guang run this little time photo studio. Chang has the power to dive into photos and relive the past, body swap style, while Lu Guang stays in the present, guiding him, keeping things from going sideways. Clients come with regrets or mysteries and they jump in to fix or uncover stuff, but every dive risks changing things, and their own history is tangled up in it. Loss, protection, and that quiet devotion where one would literally risk everything for the other. Anyways, I've watched this. I am obsessed. I have posters I still need to put up in my room. Maybe I'll do a room tour next since the desk setup was chaotic and all over the place. Then we have Magic Move on April 21st. An architecture senior accidentally blows up as this campus stone fortune teller and people think he's legit. To keep the hype and maybe some ego boost, he pretends to be the long-lost childhood crush of this rich real estate heir. What starts as a total fake out, lies, pretending, but then they start spending time together and the fake starts feeling real. Feelings creep in, walls come down, then plot twist, a guy who tried and failed to make it as a K-pop trainee in Korea comes back home chasing his own childhood connection, and it turns out to be the same heir. So now you've got rivalry, jealousy, unraveling secrets, and the question of whether destiny's real or if you just choose who you want. But yes, April 21st, and we'll keep an eye on it for where it streams internationally. Okay, one more thing that dropped yesterday, and it lit up every corner of the BL internet, is a pilot for an iQIYI original called Don't Be Too Emotional. It's about 8 minutes long and worth the watch, adapted from the novel Rule Number 1, Don't Be Too Emotional by Hwang Sol. Jane Patrick is this dangerously charming senior at university. He's got this urban legend vibe, and people say he can grant any wish or request, but there's always a steep, non-negotiable price. Think Crossroads Demon. Nobody gets close, everybody warns you off, he's isolated by choice. Or maybe necessity? He keeps emotions locked down tight, hence the title. Then comes our other guy, also named Jane. I don't really know why, but his name is also Jane. A bold, handsome soccer player freshman. He doesn't buy the rumors. He literally just walks up to Jane Patrick to get his soccer ball back, no fear and no hesitation. That one small ass cracks everything open. The pilot shows the spark. Intense stares, charged silences, and that what have I just started energy. Friends pull him aside like don't do it dude, but he's already in too deep. And as they interact more, you see hints of Jane Patrick's softer side slipping through. He's gentle, almost vulnerable, which makes you wonder, who is this guy? What's the real cost of getting close? People are calling it hotter and more intense than a lot of current BLs right out the gate because, well, we have an obsessed demon, and comments are full of this one pilot has more heat than most full series, and that the actors' chemistry is already insane. This is not a fluffy campus romance, but more like, this could ruin you, but damn if it doesn't feel right. The pilot ends on a teaser cliffhanger that has everyone speculating, is this supernatural, is this psychological, or is it just a pure slow burn obsession? Honestly, feels like D-Hub is trying to carve out a niche for more mature, thriller-tinged BL. Like, I Feel You Linger in the Air, or even their involvement in Jack and Joker. This pilot definitely nails the intrigue. Anyways, check it out. It's here on YouTube. If you enjoy these BL roundups and want to help keep the channel going a little easier, I do have a membership thing set up. It's just a couple of bucks a month, like tossing a coffee my way to make sure I'm caffeinated for digging through the trenches of the internet. It gets you priority when I reply in comments, a fun badge next to your name that changes over time, and emojis to unleash some custom chaos in the comments if you're into that. No big deal if not though, you're already here watching and that means a ton. See you in the next one.